Hello, pets. I'm going to be posting this message everywhere because that's what I do now. But for those of you on Patreon, you may have noticed that there was no Mini Monday moment today. Sorry I didn't warn you in advance. I did mean to. But that was because I have a new little, there'll still be Mini Monday moments, but they're a slightly different type of skit, for want of a better word. And they won't exactly be advanced publishing the way they usually are. So I just need a bit of time to sort those out so I can start posting them probably from next week. So instead you get this. I do hope you don't mind. So this is, what is this? It's Monday 23rd of March, and it's the first day of schools officially being out. So I suppose I can call this day one or something. But this is my third little PSA. Today, we actually had some shopping arrive. I usually do the shop for my household online, largely because I don't drive and I'm not always able to get a lift when I need it. So it's just more convenient to have things delivered. And I usually decide what I need on the Friday, have it delivered on the Saturday, or decide on the Saturday, have it delivered on the Sunday. It's the next day kind of thing. This shop that we got today, this slot was the soonest I could get when I put my list, like my shopping list together on March 15th or 14th, something like that. Basically a long way away. And as things have gotten more and more crazy, I've watched the items that I put in my shopping list every single month, because, I do a shop for the household once a month. We don't do weekly shops here, we shop monthly. I watch for stuff that we get every month dwindle and disappear, and I saw my grocery basket get reduced more and more and more as I was told across those days, sorry, this item is no longer available, this item isn't currently available. So I wasn't quite sure what I was going to get this morning when the delivery man arrived. It's not a delivery man I've had before. I know most of them now. I've been doing this for a long time. But this isn't a chap I remember. So I'm guessing either he's new or, he's just been lucky enough to never have to find my arse end of nowhere street. And he was very kind about bringing things in, but when you can feel that someone's uneasy, there was a bit of that. So he brought the crates to the door and then stepped back, like they're supposed to. I'm not complaining. He is supposed to do that. I've had the emails from the various supermarkets saying this is how they're going to handle deliveries. So I wasn't surprised. But it was a little weird. I guess I've built a rapport with the other delivery guys because I know them so well now. So I'm used to having a chat, and if it's a particularly heavy shop, they'll bring things into the kitchen for me, and they'll help me unload the bags, like onto the tables or onto the floor. Obviously, the drivers aren't allowed to do that at the moment. So this man, when he arrived, He put the crates at the door and then stepped back and went to get the rest of the crates because there was 2 loads. And then he stayed well away from the door, and I asked him, do you need me to sign for it? He says, if you want to, but it didn't look like he was going to let go of his pen or paper. And I was like, you know what? I don't have to, it's fine. I understand what the rules are, and I don't have to touch anything that you're taking back with you. I'm telling you guys about that because it was a weird experience. And, you know, weird experiences make up life. But also because I feel like this is worth talking about. This is an example of, I guess, I don't know, responsible social isolation? Basically, what I'm trying to say here is I was still able to get my shopping, okay? It was still able to come to the door. I was still able to supply my household with food the way I usually do. There were just a few differences, okay? And I guess the point of today's little PSA is don't panic. Yes, things are different. Yes, things are going to feel weird, but we're all getting on. Life is continuing. We're all still doing what we need to be doing, and it's okay. Things are different, but it's not impossible to do what we want to do. I'm still making these pillows. It's been so busy since my last message that 1, I haven't finished making these pillows, and 2, whoops, I haven't taken any pictures to show you. No, they are not booby shaped, although that would probably be quite amusing in my household. I haven't actually done any kinky crochet for quite some time. I was working on a blanket for Mother's Day, which was yesterday, and then I realised, I think on Friday, that I wasn't going to be able to send it anyway. It was originally for my mother, then I decided actually I'm going to send it to my grandmother. She'll probably get more use out of it, and I can send it to her as a lap blanket, and something to brighten up her house would be quite nice actually. And then it struck me, I could send it to her, like to my grandmother, but I probably shouldn't. I mean, yes, I can clean it, you know, I can make sure it's as disinfected and safe as it possibly can be, but every time she or her carers have to open the door to the house, it just increases the risk of infection. And I know have I said this before? I don't know. My grandmother is high risk beyond high risk. She is constantly in hospital for one problem or another, and there is no debate here. If she comes down with COVID-19, that's it. She's gone. She has too many underlying problems, most of them respiratory, by the way. She won't survive. And it's a bit of a frightening thought because I haven't been able to see her for a long time. She's been in and out of hospital for a while, and then I've been ill, and then she's been ill again. And, you know, every time I feel better and I'm not going to carry some germs to her, she's back in hospital. And then when she's out, I get something else. I'm like, well, I can't carry this to you now. So I'm not quite sure when I saw her last. And it's a bit scary because I might not see her in person again, like ever. And that's a terrifying thought. But here's the thing. I phoned her yesterday. Like I said I was going to, although I'm not quite sure what audio I said I was going to now. There was an audio that should have gone out yesterday that didn't. I might still post it, but you know. And we spoke on the phone and, you know, said Happy Mother's Day and how are you doing, blah, blah, blah. I might not be able to see her, but the sheer joy in her voice when we spoke that was enough for me. I mean, yes, my aunt is there. She's there quite a lot because basically Nana needs the help. And she has carers. There's always people going in and out of the house, which increases her risk. But what I mean is she's not alone. Yeah, there are people there to help her because she needs them. But I guess I forgot how valuable a phone call from a loved one can be. And it was kind of compounded when I could hear the smile and gratitude in her voice. And that was a lovely feeling. So I wanted to share that with you. It was a happy thing, a nice thing that happened. You know, proof that nice things do still happen, by the way. Yeah, and as for today, I've spent a lot of it kind of organising my house. So sorting out that shopping and putting together a rota or a timetable of how we're going to handle weekdays, because they're obviously going to be a lot different to how they usually are. I've watched quite a few YouTube videos that had me wetting myself laughing, like wetting myself. Bit embarrassing. Okay, I'm joking, but you know what I mean. I'm allowed to exaggerate. I'm an actor. You know, I've had a nice day. And now it's, what is it? It's 20 to 10. I've got a bit more crochet on me. I'm going to finish these bloody pillows. And I'm thinking of watching an episode of Lucifer before I go to bed. Gentle, pleasant, simple. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. And this is just me checking in to babble at you for a bit. Much less a PSA and, you know, far more of a ramble, but I'm going to call it a PSA anyway. All right, pets. That's it for now. Have a good evening. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.